Ready.
Lemme vakrin.
What can I help you with?
So, you're back, huh? What can I help you with?
Hell. Lemme vakrin.
Be guided to your finish.
I believe we have
Step up to the fight.
Time
Bring
for
it
a bit of
down.
the game. Time for a bit of the game.
From Mesro.
I'll put you in your place.
What fortune to be approached by such a singular beauty. To what may I owe this honor? A wish for a song, perhaps? Ah, an intriguing notion. Very well then. Let us see what you have to offer the crowds. A superlative performance. I am impressed. Why you are not training yourself before crowds of admirers right now is beyond my ken. I'd be training in that fashion myself, if not for a considerable setback. A regrettable misunderstanding. A singularly beautiful lady wove her way into my graces without letting me know she was spoken for, and I suffered great misfortune as a result. Lost a fantastic hat, so I was run out of town, too. Sadly, the woman's husband is a noble of some note, and convinced the authorities I stole his Lantanese timepiece. Nonsense! I steal hearts, perhaps. Not clockwork. If you would be so kind as to speak with Sir Naval for me and profess to my obvious innocence, I would be let back into the city to perform, and my eternal gratitude would be yours.
Let me walk rain.
I shall lead the way. Fall in behind me.
I always get my way.
wasting your time here. There isn't an ounce of life left in this place.
I think it was a mistake to come here. There's nobody here. I think we'd have better luck in Neverwinter.
Nobody here but farmers.
A moment of your time, if you please.
Welcome, fellow adventurer, welcome! The guild is not yet open, but it will be soon.
New faces in the keep, I see. You planning on hunting the wargs too?
May your day be profitable, friend. I am Daisha, cleric of Joaquin.
Greetings! I hear you're supposed to be with the new merchant company here, right? So, what can I do for you?
If there's anything you need, just let me know.
This operation is not as far along as I would have hoped. But no matter. Like any challenge, it can be overcome with the right methods. But first and foremost, there is the more important matter of my missing associates to attend to first. I wish you to travel north to Neverwinter City and meet with representatives of the Circle of Friends, the Forgotten Lords, or the Fated Winds. They are the three most prominent merchant factions in this region, and it is very likely that at least one of them had dealings with my associates. Find out what they know, and...
This is a pointless exercise. We should not be wasting time or resources investigating the fate of these missing associates. While we fret, there are many business opportunities here that we should...
I am not a fool, Nasirin, nor have I become one since we left Samarak. I am well aware of the opportunities, and do not plan to neglect them. In addition to this search, I also need you to establish a trading post in one of the towns adjacent to the keep. Highcliff, Thundertree, Phandalin, Leylon, or Neverwinter itself. This will aid us in restoring the income that has been lost in our transfer from Samargal, and is our first step. Here are 100 trade bars with which to purchase any resources you may need to set up the initial trading post. I do not know, but that's what I want you to find out. They have always been reliable allies, and they've always finished what they started. Despite the setbacks in Samarak, there is a great deal of opportunity here on the Sword Coast. The economy here wavers on the verge of ruin, and it will take an enterprising merchant to repair it. Perhaps it is different here in the north, but a stable economy is in the best interests of everyone. Short-sighted profiteering will only cause it to crumble further, and I have my eyes set upon longer-term goals. If we are successful here on the Sword Coast, then yes, I believe so. I find that wealth tends to gloss over any perceived shortcomings, and the Samargal officials remain pleasantly susceptible to bribes. What would you like to know? In addition to using them to buy and sell goods, you may also turn in trade bars in exchange for gold. The ratio is not 1-to-1, but it's more than fair. In addition to this, the trade bars you turn in will be used to fund projects outside the scope of the business, such as upgrading our operation here in the keep. What would you like to know? Trade bars are primarily for transactions between merchant houses, a form of standardized currency. As you can see, this is advantageous when dealing with numerous foreign lands. To the average person, they carry little worth, correct. However, many civilized governments accept trade bars as an alternate currency, but only from reputable merchants. What would you like to know? As an employee of this company, you are entitled to a monthly stipend of trade bars. The size of the stipend, however, will depend on how well the company is doing. What would you like to know? Currently, any business with the town is handled through an intermediary. We trade with the local merchants, who in turn trade with the town's inhabitants. A trading post will allow us to distribute goods directly to the citizenry. It reduces the costs of dealing with the middlemen, and increases our influence in the region. Of course, but this is business. Competition is to be expected. What would you like to know? Simply visit one of the other towns or cities in this region and speak with the local government. There will most likely be a fee involved. What would you like to know? Since you are more capable than most, any assistance would be greatly appreciated, but not required. You have proved yourself valuable, and my coin is still good.
It was folly to come here. Time shall prove me right.
Welcome to Crossroad Keep, friend. With Lady Sasani here, our interests can start moving forward again. As our company grows, we can further upgrade our operation here at the Keep.
Back in the Sword Coast, without a boat or much of a clue. Oh well, need any help? Seems you've got a bit much of a crowd right now. Let me know when things have thinned a little.
Greetings, my friends. You are a welcome sight. I'm glad you made it here in one piece. Quite the invention, that gnomish portal, isn't it? Marvelous. Well, at the time, the operator simply told me there was no portal in Samarak. Trying to keep the lumber camp a secret, I'd imagine. And, there was the matter of the exorbitant cost to get anywhere near Samagol, so I opted to arrive there via non-portal means. To think that to go by ship it seems safer. Ah, what mysterious ways the world works in. Splendid! Ah, what a unique feast awaits me. Would you like some, perhaps, traveler? Ah, suit yourself. It is enough to know I shall have an excellent new experience for my book, and that you shall be rewarded accordingly. What else can I help you with? Wonderful! I can always use more material for my book. Did your adventures take you around the Sword Coast, or the distant lands of Samarak? Wonderful! Tell me everything. Omit no detail. Undead. Loathsome. If they're cleared out, perhaps there might be some value to someone in exploring their deeper reaches. Most excellent. Tell me all about it and I shall take notes. Lizard folk on the coast? Not their usual habitat, I don't think. Perhaps they can be negotiated with. Maybe even act as guides to see these strange lobstermen or sea monsters I've heard of. Kobolds? Most peculiar. I wonder if they are a native species to the area, or a lost tribe that somehow found its way there from the northern reaches of Toril. It shall be noted. Mayhaps a cunning scholar might be able to divine an answer. Or a grant from their educational institution claiming they are searching for one. Ancient towers are dangerous things, and quite a draw for the curious. On their own, they are enough to marvel at. But for those wishing to see what may be hidden beyond the occasional creature infestation, it is a worthwhile note indeed. If he's still alive, he's an excellent mark for enterprising adventurers, or bored young nobles to hunt. And if he's taken care of, the cave can be listed as a charming place for a romantic tryst. Well done! Excellent! You've explored an impressive number of locations on this great world of Toril. You're on your way to becoming a true adventurer.
You must be the one Sasani mentioned. I'm Orias Glowgears. Orias will do nicely, though. I've been contracted to maintain this end of the teleportation portal.